And we're live. Hi, I'm Jay Skinner. This is PDT Associates Buyers and Sellers Program. Every Friday, 10:35 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we're live. Fantastic. Well, it just turned 10:35 and you got a little taste of some fun here on the keyboard. Thanks for coming. What can I say? I think we can have some fun with this, can't we? Especially when we turn on some of these rhythms. I'm just going to throw one on there, do like this, and then at the end of the show, we'll see what it sounds like. How about that? You never know. Anyway, so this is one of my, this is, first of all, what a celebration. I think it may be the first time I've broadcast in 1080p HD. And some of you may be coming on here and say, what the heck is this? Well, this is the Buyers and Sellers Show, Talk Live with Jay Skinner. And you can find me online, thejayskinner.com, if you want to know more about me, jayskinner.com, and then also my company, PDT Associates. And then if you look around, you'll see I'm also associated and a key person with a company here in Indianapolis that's working on a nationalization, duplication, expansion program that's brought me on board called HOAFence.com. And one of these days, you'll probably be wanting to make sure whatever residential fence you've got in your backyard has the HOA seal of approval. It's homeowner approved. So with all that, I finally this week got the trifecta. And that was with LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. LinkedIn being the final piece of the whole thing. Maybe we have to call it a quadfecta. But with LinkedIn being the platform that is, tantamount to some, at least, to a check mark next to your name in Twitter. And for me, it's huge. I've been working for many months to achieve this, appealing to LinkedIn, watch the show, give me the opportunity to go live, see that it's beneficial and valuable to you. And so I'm very thankful. So I also know that to him who much is given, much is expected. So with this incredible trifecta of internet presence, it's time for me to be sure that I use this well and to the best advantage of my audience, my customers, my supporters, and you, the people I serve. So I got something good here and I'm thankful for it. And we're going to talk more about how that works. And there's a second topic, and this is a topic that we'll also be talking about. We're at 30 minutes up and down, so we'll be out of here by 11:05 at the latest. In fact, at 11 o'clock, you'll hear a siren in the background, if you can believe that, which always goes off every Friday afternoon in my community. They're testing their sirens. So when that goes off, I know I got 5 minutes. You do too. Anyway, the second topic is going to be about sharpness. And you know that now you know someone in the diamond business. We're going to talk about what that means. But the sharpness, the clarity, the beauty of those diamonds. When we talk about going out there and finding a job, I see a lot of people are looking for jobs now. Finally, after a year of maybe unemployment and high employment benefits, and coming into the workplace, I'll talk a little bit about that experience too and give you some pointers. Finally, and I'm going to go here to comments here. I see good. People are here. Thanks. Kevin, good morning. Thank you very much. And then he said, it's the exacta. So great. So trifecta is 3, and I guess exacta must be 4. So thank you very much. I like it. In the comments section, wherever you're working, I would really like you to plan on commenting today, because it's going to be a very good test of how this is working for me, especially with bringing in LinkedIn. And even through LinkedIn, knowing exactly what you're on and what comments you're in and do they show up here okay. I've got some testing to do. But right now we're LinkedIn, Twitter /Periscope, Facebook, 2 different pages. How cool is that? YouTube live simultaneously with the Buyers and Sellers Show every Friday morning, 10:35. So that being said, I thought, I have a lot of friends in Africa, and I thought, when I say in the diamond business, I would be surprised if some of you aren't getting on saying, oh, Jane's got a new business, and hanging out in Africa, I finally found something. And it's like, no, I'm not actually selling diamonds, but I was thinking about this, and I want you to remember this with me. Do you remember Tom Shane? It's like, listen to this. There we go. Boom.
Our quality and value mean you'll never have to compromise on her happiness or yours.
Now you have a friend in the diamond business, the Shane Company, in Minnetonka at 394 and Hopkins Crossroad, and in Woodbury at I-94 and Radio Drive. Open weekdays till 8, Saturday and Sunday till 5, online at shaneco.com.
Now
Guys, when it's time to start planning,
you have a friend in the diamond business. Do you remember that? How cool is that? And then, so let's just take another little clip here, and this will be kind of fun. And I'm going to ask you to get a piece of paper out or something to just write down a note if this is new to you. I'm going to click into something. Going to share this Chrome tab here. Boom, and audio. And let's take a look at this together.
In the year 1843, a man was born who, during his lifetime, was to have a profound effect on millions of people. His name was Russell Herman Conwell. He became a lawyer, then a newspaper editor, and finally a clergyman. Well, one day, a group of boys came to Dr. Conwell at his church and asked him if he would be willing to instruct them in college courses. They wanted a college education, but lacked the money to pay for it. He told them that he'd do all he could, and as the boys left, a thought, an idea began to form in Dr. Conwell's mind. He asked himself, why couldn't there be a fine college for poor but deserving young men?
So if you look up here at the top, it says Acres of Diamonds, and I want you to write that down. He's paying homage, or maybe say homage, to the fellow that wrote that book. And they're going to do Mr. Conwell, Russell Conwell. I wrote a piece, and when he does the talk about Acres of Diamonds, I'm not going to give you the story. I can just tell you that diamonds here, and in my mind, is about recognizing opportunity, like the great Earl Nightingale is mentioning here. Let's kind of go back and look at that. Look at that title, Recognizing Opportunity, right there. And so what I'm just wanting to say here is that a big part of what we're doing here is recognizing opportunity, both for what I'm doing here and, it's like I'm sitting here with thousands of contacts and followers combined in LinkedIn and all these areas, these different platforms that I've accumulated over the years. And I also owe some thank you to a fella, and you may be watching right now, Jay Leinert. And back in the early 2000s, I think it was, whenever about the time LinkedIn started, he was our computer guy. He's like great guy, smart entrepreneur, and very successful. And he said, Jay, need to try this. Get on this. I think my smartphone back then might have been a Palm with a stylus. And so I get on my LinkedIn, join LinkedIn. So I used LinkedIn, and for many years I used it as a very tight group, and I intentionally kept it low. Don't laugh at me, but there were times that people would want to connect and I didn't know them, and they weren't a key person in my sphere in terms of people around the world that I knew and was doing business with. And I was, using LinkedIn as kind of like my very closest group of people. And then, I don't know, 10 years ago or something, I got the idea with other people helping me and thoughts and seeing things as maybe I should open this up, get to know more people. I always valued networking, but I saw LinkedIn as a kind of a private club that I could create with my group. So I opened it up. I started accepting. I started out, really connecting with people that were the next level of connection with me, and it grew to thousands. And I'm really thankful for that. And it's been good. It served me well at the beginning, and it serves me well now. Facebook and Twitter have grown and blown up, and YouTube is interesting. I'm just trying to grow that channel right now, and really don't have many followers. And it's a nice repository of my lives and a place to store everything and get to easily. But I'm not at the place in YouTube like Twitter or LinkedIn or Facebook. So the bottom line is these platforms, which has this simulcast, is a tremendous opportunity to reach people and help them connect with you and be a blessing. So my diamonds are you and what I've managed to learn over the years to influence and help others while making some money too. Thank goodness for that. I guess the thing I would ask everyone here to consider is, so, like I said, someone in the diamond business. This is Acres of Diamonds. This is opportunity beyond my wildest dreams. Actually, I dreamed about it, but I know, you hope you get it. You hope you're recognized. Now I've been given this platform, a worldwide ability to go live anytime, 24 hours a day, and be on all these platforms simultaneously using my StreamYard, which is what you see here. This is the program that I'm on here. That allows me to do this sort of stuff. And so how do I use it best? How do I use it best? Well, I need to be prepared. I need some ideas. And how can it benefit you, our group? And how can we take advantage of this position together so it's beneficial for everyone? And I was talking to a guy last night, and it's like when someone else gets something really big and special, you know, do you ever think, gee, I wish he would share, or I wish he would recognize that it's hard to get, and boy, he's got friends out there. Maybe we could work together or do something. I know over the years, sometimes I think about that. I work hard, I do the things. But you may be thinking the same thing. And I'm saying, if you've got an idea, I'm looking forward to your comments, not just here, but how I can use this platform and to be great. Or you can get in touch with me privately by going to the PDT Associates website, or thejskinner.com, and click the More About You section and fill it out, put in some comments. I'll get the message. You can also find my phone number there if you want to give me a call or send me an email. Very open here, but just really want to maximize this opportunity for the benefit of everyone that's involved. So what do you think about this? When it comes to the comments, I know there's a number of people literally around the world watching this, and if you're commenting and it's not showing up, I get it. Send me a note or a text or an email or something. Let me know. If you're not, you're just watching, that's great. But I'd love to hear your thoughts and dialogue with you on this. So let's go to number 2. Have a nice musical transition. Allow me to read a post I put in LinkedIn this week. This is right out of the post, and then we'll talk a little bit about it. There is a lady on there that has something like 3 million combination of contacts and followers, and her name is Bridget Hyacinth, and I'm a fan of hers. She's an author. She's very smart about business, HR issues, and automation in the workforce, and a lot of the things that are going on in that area. And she also has a real heart for people looking for jobs and trying to become employed. And she promotes people and helps them, get out there. Travels all over. She's from the Caribbean, Trinidad and Tobago. And she's always encouraging people. So she put out a post about encouragement to people. It's great. And so here's what I wrote, and I'd be interested to see what you think about this. Bridget, I'm with you. What do we do about the slowness or lack of motivation that has crept in after 12 months of unemployment and high unemployment benefits? I'm hiring at one of my companies, HOA Fence Company, for a fence layout technician in Indianapolis. $15 to $20 an hour, full-time, great ground floor opportunity, wonderful training, along with a great environment for work, no experience needed. I can't get so much as a bite. I mean, it's not a sales job. If people don't like sales, it's an opportunity. Even this is a little aside, it's an opportunity for someone, maybe they've done manual labor all their lives and they've got a good practical knowledge of stuff out there in the world and doing things, and like talking to people, and they can sketch a fence in the backyard and we can teach them how to do it, and they can have some fun and make some money. Sometimes as much money as they were accustomed to doing with the manual labor, but they're not breaking their back. Okay, so back to the thing. So don't get so much as a bite, and when I do, they don't show up, and when they show up, they are so dull and be compared to sharp. After months of sitting around, they can hardly carry a conversation, let alone proactively be engaging. So we need to help people step up and be motivated to go, go, go again. #hiring. So tell me, what do you think about this? Does anybody have any comments about this situation here? About shining up your diamonds shining yourself up and getting ready to go out into the marketplace. I may be talking to someone that's exactly in that position. It's not, it's like the unforgivable sin by any means. It's not even a sin to have lost your job when COVID came and got into the unemployment program. And then, it's like, boy, I tell you what, in some cases, you might have been making more money a week on the unemployment than you made before. And it's real hard to turn that down. And so maybe your motivation was a little low. And what you didn't know was that without having the ongoing, whatever you call it, going to work, working with customers, being challenged every day, that when you got back out there, sitting in that conference room interviewing with the owner of a multi-million-dollar company, you lost some of that engagement. Maybe you lost some of that shine. And I need you to shine it up like a diamond. Can you do that? What do you think? Any other thoughts? Have I got any thoughts out here? I'll definitely want to see what you have to think about. So we got two areas that we've talked about. Number one was, how do I make the most of this broadcasting platform? Number two is, how do we help you shine up and get ready to go out there and get a job and be effective in the marketplace as you're re-upping things? So 1, 2. Wait a minute here. I'll see if there's any comments live. And I don't keep going if I'm not seeing anything. I'm not accustomed to not seeing anything, so I'm a little concerned that maybe some of my platforms aren't functioning how I want or something like that. And I'll do a test a little bit later, because I know that there's lots of invitations got out there. Now I just saw something from Kevin here. Hi, Kevin. That you're also watching from LinkedIn. We'll do a little troubleshooting here. Thank you for the text. So when you commented on LinkedIn, and I'm going here, it didn't end up over here where I can see it, which is interesting. You might have gone into my my messaging. Kevin, if you're able to make a comment on the LinkedIn side where it looks like comments, help me out here. I want to see if that pops here. Be nice. I'd appreciate that. And want to know how to get in touch with Bridget Hyacinth. I'll connect you with her through LinkedIn. I'll get on there and send you her information and introduce you. So I'm kind of looking to see what's going on here. I'm going to post a comment up here, which will be interesting to see. Can you see this? Good. Oh, there we go. LinkedIn user. Thank you, Kevin. Aha. So somehow the StreamYard isn't loving to this particular place to see your name. So, okay, we're going to have to get that worked out. I know when it comes to Facebook, you can go to the StreamYard site like this. If your name doesn't show up, register here like this, StreamYard.com/Facebook. And I'll bet you can go StreamYard.com/LinkedIn and maybe do the same thing. So if you had a chance to do that, that would be great. And thank you for helping me on this. Looking here, yeah, I see it's not showing this. Yeah, I get it. I don't think it's about you there. I think it's about some connections. We're going to learn this. I probably will do some tiny lives or something to do some testing and get on multiple people's thing profile and kind of see how it all works. But anyway, thank you everyone for coming. Here's one more thing that I like, and I might as well do this. It's like, yeah, thank you. I know who this is. I know it's Kevin. Thank you, sir. Here's a challenge. Maybe you guys know, I want to get in touch with Malcolm Gladwell. You might know him from The Outliers. He also wrote There's a new book called Talking to Strangers, and I'm going to do some time on that here in one of these sessions. And I would love to have Malcolm on the show. And I've got some other people coming up. There's a fellow named Ron Crabtree, and you can look him up. And he's going to be a guest coming up in about a month. And he is well known in the business world as a consultant and a public speaker, and been out there and done lots of shows, and also has a company that involves interim C-level employees and the benefit of having, and I call it fractional employees, and which is kind of the work that I kind of do. But how that all works, and I think it'll be a fun time. And then I had lunch yesterday with another guy, and he's going to be on here one of these days. His name's Steve Poe, P-O-E. And Steve is the author of a book called We're All Creatures of Habit. See, my habit is I always have my books right there, so I know what I'm looking at. But Steve has a book called Creatures of Habit, and he's got 12 habits in there, and some of them you might never even think of them as a habit, but as he talks about it, you go, man, that may be getting in my way with relationships with people, making sales and things like that. And so, I mean, did you ever think about cynicism being a habit? How about that? Or worry? He talks about some of the other things like drugs and alcohol and things like that, but I like the parts that you don't normally buy books about. So, Steve, looking forward to having you on the show, and we're going to figure out how to do that, and it'll be wonderful. Well, with all that being said, I'm looking here to see other comments pop in. Don't see any right now. I want to thank you all for joining me on the Buyers and Sellers Show, PDT Associates. I'm Jay Skinner. We're on here every Friday morning at 10:35 a.m. Please catch, click, share, do the things that you do with stuff you like. And let's see what this sounds like. There we go. Thank you for coming. Buyers and Sellers, Friday mornings. I'm Jay Skinner. God bless. Bye now.